Once upon a time, a long time ago, I lived with all my dragons, you know, in a forest far away from here. I loved every animal, every deer. They all came to me for love, and I cherished them all. The dragons were my best of friends, as I am the queen of the dragons, and they all still fly over forests, over lakes, and everywhere you can imagine. So next time you think you've seen a dragon, do not doubt, 'cause you will have seen one. 'Cause every dragon in the world still flies around at night to help all living creatures, but you don't know, 'cause you do not longer believe in dragons. You have lost your faith in our creatures. Well, here I am. And if you want to see how I got here, you'll just have to keep on watching, as you will see it right now.
Hello my besties! Today I am going to try to be a special kind of dragon. I have made me a lot of stuff. I've made me horns that will go that way on my head, and a smaller size, and that will go like so. Then I made some stuff that have fit around, my ear, so that, and the horns and everything I will put on. I have made about 1,000 of these. These are drops of hot glue, and I'm gonna use them as my dragon scales. I have got teardrop shapes, I have got round ones, from very small to bigger sized, and I made me some prepared pieces. So these will be my neck parts. This is one of my side parts, 2 of them also. I get chin. Of course, a forehead piece. Now, first I'm gonna glue or tape or whatever the horns in place, so that I can put this over the horns and attach more scales to cover up everything. So I'm gonna use latex for this, and I'm gonna use my blow dryer a lot. So he's right here with me. This is gonna be a long journey to stick all of this on, to get this all done, and I probably will not keep on filming the whole process of sticking on these. Like this, for instance, I just put on latex on my chin. I put latex on this and I hold it until it's dry. That are things that you've seen me do 1,000 times, so if by any chance my camera would not catch that, that's not a disaster, because you know how that works. I could even use that for my nose. Might even be better for my nose, but I'm not going to, because my dragon is going to have his own kind of nose. I'm gonna take some medical tape too, to stick down this over the latex that I'll put under it. I have never done this before, like I always do so many things that I've never done before. But let's put some latex in my bowl. Let's begin with this horn. I'm putting on a ton of latex, and a bit where it's gonna come. And in the meantime, I will cut me a bit of medical tape to put over my skin. I'm gonna put the blow dry on its lowest stand. Make this both tacky. And while it's still drying, I am going to start putting this paper tape over it so that it'll stick to my skin much better. And now I can take some extra latex and put it behind and on the edge here. And blow dry. Okay, let's blow dry this a little bit. I think it's perfect like this, so let's tape it. Now, the smaller ones. Same system. So now I'm going to coat the glue, the tape with a little bit of latex so that it will be easier to stick on my scales. I'm going to start with a piece that I made for my forehead, and I'm gonna stick that right in the middle. That the upper part isn't even, doesn't matter, because I'm going to work that off completely with extra scales, and it'll be all painted, so only this will have to be filled up. So I am going to put latex on this entire piece. So I am putting on latex with a cotton that's falling apart. See that that is in the middle, the rest is not very important. Just press it down a little. Now, as I said, I've got two pieces for here. So these and the chin part I will stick on, and then I will be back, because it's gonna take hours if I film everything. It's gonna take hours. The main part of the sticky stuff is on, and as I'm not able to stick on everything already, and I gotta be careful when I talk, I want to do the makeup first. For the eyes, I want to start by outlining them, and I'm gonna do that with a white pencil. I want to map out where I want to have the tips, because that's gonna be a little bit like horns too. But I'm gonna roughly draw it on, because before I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna paint my face. So that's what I'll have to leave open before I paint my face. And I am going to start by painting the majority of skin in copper. I'm also gonna paint my ears in this color, so they will have to, ooh, horns in the way, horns in the way. They will have to be matching. I am going to add a band of scales onto this medical tape, so I won't have to paint it. Now this chin I'm gonna leave like it is because it has more than enough scales. So I'm gonna go here, my upper lip, and next to this and under it with the same paint. I'm not yet adding paint above these scales because I think that I want to place a couple more on it. Still thinking about it. Not sure. Oh, I think this is, it looks like the devil. Demonic. I'm gonna be a dragon, not a demon. When this is mostly done, I can do my eye makeup. So, eyeliner. I'm gonna start with a very thin one. Very, very thin. To do the outlines. Now I'm gonna continue this with cream gel eyeliner and an angled brush. Immediately after applying this, I'm taking black eyeshadow on a small brush and set this so that it can melt anymore. Once this is completely set, I am going to use tiny, it's like crystals but they're black and they have a little mirror. It's very small, it's a crystal, but encapsulated. I am going to glue on some of those on top of this in a row, and once that is done I will be back. Now I'm gonna glue extra scales on this edge and around to here, and that is going to take me quite some time. this side is done. Adding the scales, the eye makeup. I do have to add lashes and put on a black contact lens or a red one. I don't know yet which ones I'm going to use, but what I am doing now, and I have worked off most of the spots with this color of paint, but now I am going to take the golden paint and a brush. I am going to start painting all the scales gold. It's gonna be shaded, it's gonna be worked on, it's gonna be changed completely, but this is the basic color for my scales because I am the golden dragon, and a golden dragon needs golden scales. So the paint does work very well on the hot glue and on latex, but it's paint that doesn't cover as much as many paints do, so I will probably put on 2 coats. I'm also rubbing a little bit of this gold on the horns. Now I'm going to take a normal makeup brush, my magical Harry Potter wand, and I'm gonna take eyeshadow. I'm gonna go for a normal brown eyeshadow, nothing too fancy, nothing too shimmery, to shade underneath the scales, to give it a shadow so that they really look lifted from the face. Jeez, is that me? Ugh. Okay, now what I thought about doing too is putting on my nose, and I got glue on my hand, so I'll put it on my nose. I had thought about making a scale part with only the drop shapes that I want to have on my nose, and I got several drop shapes that I am not using at the moment, so I didn't make them for nothing. So what if I let them overlap just in the middle? Just a layer down the middle. Like so. And I always close my eyes when I'm doing this. You'll wonder why. I'm wearing contact lenses, and if I don't do that, they dry out and my eyes start to hurt and I don't see a damn thing, so I close my eyes when I use my blow dryer. Seems logical, doesn't it? But if I would put a small, very small circle up there, it's just an idea, but my ideas mostly work out fine. And I'm so modest. Now I was thinking maybe I leave it like this, or shall I put a smaller one in that gap there to fill that up or not? I like it when it's filled up, so okay, I'll fill it up. I like that so much on the nose. So I will paint that in a moment too, but I will start to give this the second coat, or I will do this side of my makeup and then I will be back to do the rest. So see you soon! My husband just helped me with my dislocated shoulder. Here I am now taking one of the neck pieces that I made. I had put on some latex on so that it could get a little bit like tacky. Jeez, I look weird. I don't recognize myself in this. I look like a demon, a real demon. So let's try that too. In the meantime, I'm going to put glue on these lashes. They're just simple, spiky, flary lashes, but I think I'm going to combine this copper color with silver because I look like a devil, because it's a bit too red. So I now have my silver paint ready. But first I'm gonna use the brown eyeshadow that I use on this side too, to shade underneath this. I was gonna paint my face silver. Idiot that I am. I'm so stupid sometimes. So let's take a bigger brush, as we got a bigger paint. So I will feather out silver over and between and everywhere I can. Not completely everywhere because I want to leave some shadings, like the nose I will leave like that. Just from here, under the eye. I want to have silver, and from there. Oh, that softens down the bad and evil look a lot. Now this chin piece moves when I laugh, so I gotta be very careful not to laugh. My ears I'm gonna go over roughly because I'm leaving them copperish. So on the face I've got copper with a silver tone, which gives a very special effect actually. So now I'm going to come in an angle towards this midsection, and I'm going to do that completely in silver alone.